Now we have already our code book, and we are going to encode and decode another signal using the code book that we got by training using another signal. So we used ACES high speech to train, and now we are going to encode and decode the number of the beast introduction using the learned code book. So both the encoder and the decoder, they would have the same code book. This is what we are doing here. So I'm loading now the number of the beast. We listened to this before. Just for comparison, I'm going to encode using the mid-rise quantizer, so the normal uniform quantizer we've seen before. So I'm going first to use this mid-rise quantizer, and then this is what I'm doing here. I'm creating the mid-rise quantizer, and this is the quantized and dequantized signal. So we can listen, like we see there's a lot of quantization errors we see with the mid-riser. Let's listen.
Let him who hath understanding reckon the number of the beast, for it is a human number.
So we see a lot of distortion here. We're using the same number of bits, so we're using 3 bits for this mid-rise quantizers. But now let's see how it would sound if we use the vector quantization, using those code book that have been trained using ACES high. So this is what I'm doing here now. This is the vector quantization. So we had our code book, and now I'm encoding the number of the beast. So this is the encoded signal. This is what we have the indices transmitted. Now we decode using the same code book, and then we become something like this. And then let's listen to it. We also see quantization error and distortion there, but it looks that it's doing a much better job than the mid-riser.
Let him who hath understanding reckon the number of the beast. Let him who hath understanding reckon the...
So we can also compute the quantization error, and we see that there is a significantly difference into the quantization error for both types of quantizers. So this was an example using vector quantization. So we used the nearest neighbor rule as we did with the Lloyd Max quantizer, but here we do this training part. We create a code book using this training, and so this is an example of with encoder and the decoder of the vector quantization. So that's it for our notebook.